Hello and welcome back to the FPS Challenge Tournament. My name is Logan. Next to me is a wonderful chap called Tiggs, and we are currently in the losers bracket final.
That's right.
Which means we will be facing qwertz versus kolega.
Yeah, it's a redemption game for the Croatian team of qwertz. They lost to kolega in the group stages 2-0. We had Bieli on the sofa with us just before the break, who suggested that perhaps they know exactly how they're going to play now and are looking for that win this time. So the redemption arc could be complete, and then they're going to need to play again against another team that they actually lost to in Snip if they make it to the grand final as well.
I mean, theoretically, they could pull it off, you know, prove everyone wrong that they've lost to so far. However, just a quick reminder of what's actually on the line. We've got €3,000 of prize pool for the top three teams, 1,500 for first place, €1,000 for second place, and €500 for third place. But that's not all. We've got plenty more to cover. First of all, we've got this absolutely massive trophy behind us. I know it doesn't look massive. The thing is, it's on a separate sort of, I don't know, mini stand cupboard thingy. And because it's a green screen, you don't have any depth of field, but I can't even touch it. That's how far we are, you know, behind me. It is absolutely massive, but not only have we got a massive trophy as well as a massive prize pool, we've also got fantastic gaming equipment that the players can win. First of all, we've got 5 wonderful Razer Black Shark V2 Pro headsets for the first place finishers. Then we've got a lovely Razer Def Editor V3 Pro for all of those players that make it to second place, aka the runner-ups. And we've also got this lovely Razer Huntsman V2 keyboard for the MVP. It's lovely how I'm holding this into the camera, but I'll just pop this into you guys for a second. Now you can also actually see the green screen. And this lovely keyboard will go to the MVP player. We've definitely had our fair share of candidates that seemed quite good at COD, I reckon.
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, Tiggs, no, not Tiggs, Tibbs. Was it Tibbs? No.
Who was it for? Who was?
God, I'm terrible. I can't even remember his name. He was definitely popping off. Let's just put it that way. I think Neva was really good.
Oh, for kolega?
Yeah.
Kolega, you've got the Wacky, Fraz, you've got Neva, Walking, and who's the other chap? Oh, that's terrible. Is it Wacky?
I am absolutely terrible.
Walking. Is it Wacky, Walking, Neva, Fraz?
We've definitely gotten old. I think that's something we can agree upon already.
Yeah, without a doubt. It'll be fine.
Anyway, we'll
find
out.
Aladrin, thank you so much.
True,
Sorry,
yeah.
Aladrin. Just couldn't think of who it was for the third one for some reason. But yeah, Aladrin.
And now we will just be taking a few minutes to look for these players to connect to the match, and then we'll be heading straight into the losers bracket final. As always, it is a best of one in a rather unusual MR15 setup.
Yeah, it looks like the server just needs to be all set up as well. And as I mentioned, you know, kolega added in Fraz as an SMG. By the looks of things, I don't know what what the typical reason was for as to why the change was made, but it's put him in a lower bracket final. You know, opportunity to have a really good standing where I think perhaps a lot of teams perhaps thought that they may not get to, but it's worked and paid dividends for them, and they've played really, really well. They've already beaten qwertz once. They're going to hope to do it again. So yeah,
they've definitely proven themselves worthy. I mean, I think that's sort of like the TLDW, you know, too long didn't watch of the entire ordeal we had going on yesterday and Friday as well. And everything's, you know, just boiling down. We started with 14 teams. We now only have, give me a sec. We've only got 3 teams that are left. We started with 14, and now it's all boiled down to kolega. God, I'm messing up now.
qwertz
and Snip.
Yep.
Exactly. Those 3 teams are remaining. So basically, all of those teams, they've already secured themselves a sizable amount of prize money. However, whenever there's prize money on the line, you don't want to be the one to take home the pennies. You want the big Benjamins, you know.
Always. And I think both teams are capable, and I think we're going to see a real game between these guys. I don't think it's going to be a game in which is going to be a complete walkover. Personally, I think it's going to be a very close game, like we've just seen. Like I said, with kolega adding Fraz, neither. Having a fantastic tournament so far. Real question marks are put over neither sort of as an online kind of presence. That was then highlighted even more so after he baited the last LAN event that was due to take place. Yeah, just hours, or I think it was about a day before, couldn't make it. So they then needed to kind of change their team, and they picked up another quality Czech scope in Bubak. Had a great tournament, but it wasn't the player that they're used to playing with. And it seems to be that unfortunately he wasn't able to make the last one. Reasons as to why, we don't know. But again, it just held question marks. But he's turned up to this event and has absolutely been superb. So that's going to be a really interesting battle between Neva and Nisno.
And that's something we're going to be seeing in hopefully not too long.
Yeah, I think what we'll find is that qwertz will give themselves a nice 15-minute break. Is what they'll do. Give themselves a nice 15-minute break.
Psychological warfare already.
Yeah, absolutely
going on.
I mean, it's exactly what it is, and they're going to make sure they get enough fresh air. Talk about what they need to go through. They've probably already thought about the pick bands that they're going to go for and what map they're going to hope for. And this map here, Crossfire, I just don't necessarily see it as a one that they're going to go for. I don't see that as being the one. kolega have been fantastic on it, and I don't think it's a map that perhaps qwertz are as confident.
Yeah, they didn't look as strong as they did on other maps compared to how they performed on Crossfire. And kolega was they were crazy good on Crossfire. However, and they didn't quite, make it work against Snip, has to be said as well.
Mm-hmm.
But they had, I'm not quite sure, was it Crash or Crossfire where they had a 6-1 lead? I'm not quite sure. I think it was Crossfire.
Mm-hmm.
But if they had, a chance or the chance, to win against Snip, then it definitely would have been Crossfire.
Yeah. I'm genuinely not 100% sure in which route that this game's going to go in. What map's going to be picked is beyond me. We could see one of the newer maps that have been introduced. Obviously, you may have noticed one of the battalion maps has made it into Call of Duty 4. And personally, one of my preferred to out of the two customs that we've got compared to Cluster. I think it converts well for Call of Duty. It makes the game just a little bit different, because obviously Battalion was played just a little bit differently to Call of Duty 4. I know the concept of what Battalion was trying to get at, trying to give it like a bit of a COD 4, COD 2 mix to try and keep the numbers from COD 2 and COD 4 sort of mashed in together and still have that sort of really good kind of community spirit, but just didn't quite end up working out, unfortunately. Had some, quite honestly, some big majors from what I heard. I don't know if it was Amsterdam or somewhere in Holland, where there was a huge prize pool for it, and I mean like a very sizable prize pool as well. So, it had its moments, but yeah, I think everyone always likes to slip back into the norm if it doesn't quite work out and go back to COD 2 and go back to COD 4.
I mean, why not? COD 4 has just proven itself rather worthy today, I reckon. I mean, all of the teams, they're having an absolute blast. Even though they may have not fared that well, Some of them, getting kicked out rather early on.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, they're all just having fun, And that's something I just absolutely love, because I can tell you how the, League of Legends teams I've seen in my time, how they looked after they've lost a big tournament, and they were absolutely devastated. They were gobsmacked, and they just really wanted to cry, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, and you know what? We still get like that even at our age. We never forget how losing feels. We don't ever turn up to these events and want to lose. We always want to win. We're competitive, and which is why we've seen some phenomenal Call of Duty this weekend because everyone is super competitive. They want it, and some teams have wanted it perhaps a little bit more than others, and other teams have been found out, or there's been some teams that you thought perhaps weren't quite ready for the occasion and have come out the blocks all guns firing and have really made an impact on the event. And that's the nice thing about it. But the good thing about our community is, yeah, we troll each other from time to time, of course we do, but, deep down, I know a lot, I speak for myself mainly, I love the social after, when the event's done. Would I be in these guys' spots? Would I prefer to be here? Absolutely.
Definitely, yeah.
It's a pleasure sitting here with you, of course, but would I rather be playing COD? 100%.
100%, yeah. If I had the skill, I mean, I haven't played COD and Pro Mode in, I think, about 4 years now. And back then, after 4 years ago, I was really, really rusty. People are like, "Oh no, it's like cycling. You can't.
If only.
You can't figure this out how to cycle." Dude, trust me, you can. I looked absolutely terrible, and I'll be honest, the level we've seen here today so far is far beyond anything I've ever. I was academy back then. I know it's nowhere near the sort of level we've seen now. Today
it's completely changed, and it is great. It's great to see. It means you're going to get good games. Yeah, you've seen some top teams who have done well in previous games. I mean, for us, for example, I think we come in the 32 team at Zagreb LAN, we come 4th, 5th. But when we got knocked out, we was in the lower bracket for this round. We got knocked out first round. So it can happen to the best of us. And are we disappointed? 100%.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, just to have those guys that we've known for years. I mean, Climax Tid used to be in teams with like Vey, Hex and Alpha. Just to name a few.
All the other people in chat as well. We had River in chat.
Yeah.
I think about 2 hours ago.
Swedish River.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was playing from time to time. And obviously, like I mentioned, I mentioned Zabza to you from Phantasmagoria. Obviously, he's in the chat again here as well. So, still playing the game. There's a few little nuggets of, like old past pro players. And I mean pro players as well. And even seeing tournaments like this on, I think we had Fantasy stream in Budapest.
Yeah, true.
Fantasy has played in the last sort of couple of LAN events as well. We had Ono and Tubi at
I remember Ono just coming back again.
Yeah, Ono and Tubi came back for the 32 team event in Zagreb as well. So it was great. I'm sure they had the best time
definitely
with it as well. But it's to looking up to those players, to them rubbing shoulders with them, and then drinking and eating and having the social weekend with them as well. Look, the community's got smaller, but for us, it's always about the games. But then afterwards, we're always there for each other and just having a good laugh with it and just having fun. And like I said, just a weekend away with the boys. That's what it is.
Yeah, and it is absolutely surreal if you think about it. I mean, of course, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago, everything was significantly bigger. I'm not going to argue about that. No. But just the fact, now we're here 15 years later, and you're meeting up your idols, the people you used to look up to. And
yeah, you'd watch their frag movies.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, to try and get some ideas for spots. You'd download their configs. You'd watch their demos just to find your play style of how you play. And you download a config and you make it your own, and you say, I used to tell all your teammates, I downloaded this config, and he's got this and this. And
when I met Climax this morning, I was like, I'm rocking the good old new Murdoch config and all of that, and the good old CU fish and chat command.
Classic. Yeah.
I really miss that, to be honest. These days, like, I've got this emote in League of Legends. I'm using the B. I love the the cheeky CU fish and those really creative ones people had as well.
Yeah, there were some good ones, but even the simple smiley face. You get a kill through smoke and hit them up with a little smiley face, and you're just like, oh yeah, they know they just hit an absolute worldie of a shot. Yeah, it's good, and it's what we know, and that's what we love. It's like we love to play with what we know, and it just makes it easier for us to all just get behind it. So. we'd love to see new people, joining the game and try and get as much exposure as we can. Yeah, I mean Zabs is absolutely right. Yeah, there's no grandpas in the final.
That is true. Yeah, it does seem like the younger players, and by younger players I mean guys, somewhere between 25 and 30, that seem to be the ones that are really popping off in this tournament.
Without a doubt. And I've just saw a question actually there from Zab. He said, "What happened to AG?" Monami, we just didn't turn up. Is basically what happened. We just didn't play the way that we had been online. We'd been playing really well, sort of a month, sort of 6 weeks into the LAN event, and we were just starting to hit a stride. But quite honestly, we just didn't turn up, and it's on the day, it's all well and good playing well beforehand, but it's about how you do on the weekend. And none of us played well, and sometimes that happens, and you've just got to think to yourselves, right, okay, you can't complain about it, because if you don't play well, you don't deserve to be where you're going to be. We were marked down as a low seed because we weren't able to put down. Play any of the cups that went towards seedings and leagues as much as we was able to, or ladder games, and it just meant that we got the low seed, and it kind of went that way because we were low seed in the knockout, and we got knocked out, and we deserved nothing more than what we got, in all honesty. And sometimes that's just the way it crumbles.
Yeah, and sometimes you just have bad weekends and bad days. That's just the way it is. 100% back then. When I played on, I think it was Insomnia 41. We did really, really well. It was we didn't win any sort of prize money, but I think we came in 9th, if I'm not wrong, just behind of what the. But it's basically, you had the pro teams where everybody knew they were going to be top 3, top 4. That took place, and then you had the teams that were just obviously better than us.
Yeah.
And then we were right behind them, which was like, oh, this is the dream where we could potentially land. But even then, we had matches where we just straight out lost because we didn't play it well. It's, it has to be said. And sometimes, if your mind is not 100% on the game, you're not going to perform.
Yeah, and again, life for this old game. We're all that bit older. I mean, blimey, we've got 3 of the boys with kids.
Exactly,
wife and kids, and having to try and talk them round to playing, more than sort of 2 nights a week is troublesome. I know a lot of the guys that are playing at the moment, they've got a lot more free time, or perhaps more forgiving wives than what we've got, and allow them to play considerably more. But it's the teams that play the most get the most practice in, and they're the teams that have been really competitive at this LAN event as well. So you get out as much as you put in. That is true. You've got to invest the time. There's no way around it. Oh, and we did, our team personally, because like I said, we had a really good placing at the last event that we played together, and I think expectations were going to be that we were going to very much be in that position as well. We didn't perform, and we can't do anything more than that. If we didn't perform, we didn't perform, and hopefully, if we ever do attend another one together, then we just got to do better the next time around. Can't dwell on it.
Yeah, sometimes that's just the way things go. Just a quick heads up to production. Have we got a sort of like an ETA on when? Oh, that's great.
Perhaps another quick break.
Yeah,
then.
let's. We've just been told that qwertz aren't actually in the room.
I did say this, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just go into a quick 3-minute break, and then we'll be right back for all of you out there. Make sure you grab a drink or 2, perhaps a few wheat snacks as well. Popcorn would be great, because this upcoming game is going to be an absolute banger. See you in a few minutes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like they've already sorted themselves out here for the knife round. It looks like we're going to be on City, and 1-0 already going over to qwertz. They got themselves themselves set up very, very quickly, and quicker than what we anticipated as well. But let's go ahead and follow Fraz to see what he can do. Legisvo is going to get himself the first frag here on this side, as Sopa does find the kill there onto Wacky. This is actually going to be a best of 3, this one, as it is the lower bracket final. So, still 1-0. Fraz. Waiting and hoping for someone to push. Goes and walks into Legisvo. Sopa gets the deagle kill there onto Neva, and it's now going to be 2-0 the score. Let's have a little look here to see if we can go and find Isno. Let's see how he's going to start off this one. We're going to see a little bit of a wall bang. Goes out to throwing a sort of a medium pace Mazanade, not the fastest, but needs to remember he is playing a Czech team on city streets. Legisvo though bringing the heat and taking down Aladrin, and that's now going to be the first kill going over to qwertz. Isno still hovering around that mid area. Sopa set up in towards Bielli is already in towards that wooden area. Cookie trying to support his SMG as best as he can, and as we know it, as we always know it, the Czech teams playing A, playing towards car park, walking, watching the back. Legisvo just waiting to see if there's going to be any key indicators as to whether or not they are going towards that A site. Wacky thinking something wacky might happen, but no one has quite jumped into that balcony just yet, neither. Scope in hand, sees one towards the A house, rattles off a shot, doesn't quite connect it though. Tries to get something going out towards the back of the house now. Sees one go towards the back of the house, and that's going to be Sopa getting the kill there onto Wacky. Uses the barrel to his advantage and does get the kill. Legisvo has already started rotating, thinking that there might be one going down towards the site, and good reason to do so as well, as he does land the shots there onto Fraz. Walking, getting the kill there, Neva as well, and they do manage to stay alive, the pair of them. Sopa now on top of the arch as Legisvo does get the frag there onto Neva, and it looks like Walking has actually wrapped around in towards Market. Hoping to connect in towards somebody there. Knows that the bomb is going to be close. They've just given away their position. Sopa, they goes in towards the top of the arch. Walking, not quite landing the shots onto Legisvo. Sopa, unlucky not to die. He's tagged so many people this round as Walking goes down. Legisvo, he's going to pick it up again. And let's go and follow Neva. Let's see if there's going to be any kind of openers taking place here on this one. Opting to go towards Nade Alley. Smokes her up. Tries to take a shot. Doesn't connect with anything. And looks like he's then going to go back and pick up the bomb. But Wacky gets the first frag. Fraz missing his bullets and gets punished as both of the SMGs for qwertz are rocking. Moving in towards Market. Getting 3 kills in quick succession. Wacky does get down Legisvo. But it seems to be that his reign of terror ended pretty quick. Walking, trying to claw it back. Neva getting the frag there onto Bielli. All of a sudden, Cookie is the remaining man here for kolega. Neva spots him. Has been told, get your skates on. We're rotating to A. Cookie, he's just going to try and meet them in the mid-market. Walking, does hear the weapon pick up though. Does, nearly gets caught out on the timing, but oh my word, Cookie, flak jacket on, but makes no mistake the second time around. 3-1 the score, and the first round on the board here for kolega. Let's follow Legisvo on this one. Let's see what kind of resets we can find. See what he hits. Very, very smooth. Gets himself in towards A site. And it looks like he's going to sit nice and tight in towards A straight away, assuming that that is where they're going to play. And he has good reason to believe that. 2 players have actually gone towards the A site here for kolega. Legisvo picking up the frag, same as Bielli. Seems to be these qwertz SMGs doing absolute work at the moment, as it looks like kolega are still going to try and opt to get themselves in towards car park. This is the play. Isno connects onto Wacky. Still a player left to find. Neva does find the shot there on to Legisvo, but Isno takes him down. 4-1 the score, and a very promising start here. Aladrin yet to get onto the board, but Legisvo and Bielli having an absolute game at the moment. So I want to jump onto Legisvo again. I want to see where he gets himself into. Just gliding the whole way down in towards Z. He's there so fast as Cookie does get the entry frag there on to Wacky. Legisvo doesn't quite realise that there's going to be one in towards Wooden. He might catch him if he's lucky. He's not. He's advancing straight away. He's got into the back really quick. Soper onto Neva. Neva, the scope threat, down as Legisvo does connect there onto Walking. Bielli onto Aladrin. And wow. I know we mentioned that this wasn't going to be a one-sided map, but it seems to be looking that way for now. qwertz learning their lesson from the group stages. As it looks like Legisvo does again have another route going down in towards the B site. Doesn't quite hit it perfectly, but needless to say, still there very, very quick as Soper is the one who's going to open us up. Legisvo spots one on towards Catwalk, and it seems to be that they're working towards that pincer movement. Bielli does get the frag there onto Wacky. Legisvo onto Wacky, apologies. Cookie, Walking. He goes down. Aladrin, the remaining man. These rounds are going so quickly for kolega. Oh, and Legisvo comes swinging around the corner, wins the duel, and that's going to be 6-1 the score. And a timeout, surely, from kolega? Doesn't look like it. Let's take a look at Isno. It's always interesting to see what the defensive side is doing. They're playing so aggressive. As Isno is going to go down towards that A site. Sees the one going over towards White Van, back of car park. Reload shot. Doesn't land. It has gone very quiet. And as soon as I say that though, Wacky does get the AK kill there onto Isno. Soper quick to respond, Walking, catching Bielli, sleeping in a arch as he does get the grenade kill there. Okay. This is looking more like a Czech City Streets push, and the bomb is down. They've done well to get him out of there as well. And wise to them, the Cookie being on top of the arch there is Legisvo getting frags. Neva taking down Soper, and it's all in the hands of Legisvo. Doesn't quite connect. 6-2. And what a start to this game for Legisvo, by the way. Very, very nice. So again, looks like Legisvo is trying to keep up with the pressure. Looks like he's going to go fast car park on this one. Smoke's still not out by the time that he's got there. He's holding the angle, hoping that he might catch somebody out. Not just yet, though. Looks like a later kind of mid-B orientated push here for this kolega team. Nobody down yet. That's a better start. You can always stand a better chance of winning the rounds out if you end up keeping the players alive for now. Cookie, though, trying to make his own luck, takes down Wacky. Soper holding very, very tightly. Proned in market on towards Mazza stairs. Bielli catching out, Walking with the nade and sitting in laundry, hovering, waiting for somebody to push through. Soper does get Aladrin down from Mazza. That's allowed Isno to push right up, and he gets caught out by Neva. Neva gets taken down by Cookie. And then now it's all in the hands of Fraz, who does get spotted by a Cookie, who done a lot of damage in towards the top end of the that B arch. Let's give a little bit of camera time here to Soper. Very much playing the utility version of the AK. Okay, kolega with a double kill. Aladrin does go down for his sorrows, but can his team avenge the death? Seems that way as Walking does punish Legisvo. Looks like they've not fully committed towards A yet, but Walking has got himself up into a precarious position up here on the pegs. As it now does look like they're going towards A, as Walking does snap there on to Bielli. Bomb is going down, Neva knows what he's doing. Wacky getting the kill there onto Sopa, 7-3. This is a huge round here for kolega, as they do really need to try to claw some of these rounds back if they want to stand a chance. But Bielli's got a really forward spawn, but is he going to let Lejusvo go? He does. Be quite interested to see what Bielli does behind his SMG partner. Looks like they'll go over towards the double doors. Aladrin does get a kill onto Sopa. Wacky onto Lejusvo. Cookie onto Fraz. kolega is stacking up the numbers here. And are they where we think they are? No, they've opted for a split. Bomb is on the A site, however. Wacky just waiting to see if he can catch anyone out rotating. One of his teammates, Aladrin, waiting, walking, nailing Isno with the headshot. Cookie and Bielli are the final two players left remaining here for qwertz. Huge round. Cookie placed on the barrel, watching that flowers push. A position that can be quite powerful at times, but also quite risky. It's a high risk, high reward, this one, particularly if anyone comes top of streets and just blows the barrel up instead. Bielli catches the lurking Aladrin, trying to throw the odds back into their favour, but still 3 players left to find. The aggression, though, from Bielli. Rattles off a few shots, and it's walking. He ultimately goes down. Cookie and Bielli with it all to do. Cookie does get the second kill there onto Wacky as well. It looks like that barrel did end up paying dividends in the end, as Bielli finds the kill there onto Neva. And a round that was looking almost certain to head in the way of kolega ends up going into the hands of qwertz. You cannot give them those freebies. They will end up walking away with this. But let's go take a look at the main man, Cookie. It's only good fun if they end up getting themselves in towards the A site. Smokes are out. Cookie is always going to have his hands full with this Czech team, as they do like to go towards A, but his teammates are doing absolute work around him, making his job considerably easier, as it looks like he plays a lot through the back house, as Lejusvo raining in some artillery, but looks like a little bit of a martyrdom, as Wacky does then get the kill as well. He must have thrown that before he died. Cookie, here's the drop down. SBLE finds walking, and a round that Neva needs to try and clutch out if he can, but his odds are stacked against him. Isno gets the kill there onto Neva. 9-3 the score. And as you can see there, the SMGs have had an absolute field day of it. Wacky doing what he can. Aladrin, Fraz and Neva really struggling to get themselves online at the moment. But on defense, I like to see what the defensive teams are doing in that respect as well. So let's take a look at Neva and see where he's going to go. He is only human after all. Isno, though, he's going to be opening ourselves back up here onto walking. And that seems to be the only kill of the game so far. Fraz set up in the hut to make sure double doors is being watched. Little does he know, qwertz are starting to slowly claw themselves in, and he's timed that to absolute perfection. He's walked out of the hut just as the other player come through, and now he's really tucked in, hoping to get himself back in the hut, exactly which he's done. But Lejusvo is just wise to it, comes around firing and takes down Fraz. Bielli absolutely gunslinging and taking down Aladrin. And that's going to be Lejusvo getting a deagle kill there onto Wacky. And it looks like Cookie's going to get the bomb down, which is exactly what he does. 5 players left up remaining here for qwertz, sorry. And Neva goes down again, 10-3 to score.
Absolutely surreal. I mean, I left you more than enough time, but I definitely had to get a bit of rest there, grab a cheeky drink and something to eat as well, because I was genuinely starving. But however, I've seen the last few rounds as we just gets picked up by that stop nade, and another nade coming in huge for kolega. However, qwertz, they are definitely up in their paces compared to how they performed yesterday and in the earlier stages. They are certainly popping off. A 7-round lead on map 1. It's an absolute statement of what these boys can do. And whoever out there in the chat wrote the "man's not hot" comment, that was absolute genius. If you didn't see that.
Oh, I didn't see it, no.
I'm not quite sure. I think it was it Cookie or just Fu that was literally playing with like a down jacket?
Oh, no, that wouldn't be Cookie.
And so, yeah, I think it was Cookie. And someone in chat just posted, "man's not hot." And that was, whoever you are, that was absolutely brilliant. I'm not going to argue about that one.
Oh, a double kill from Walking, setting up the round. kolega really do need to try and make the most of this one now. 10-4, they need every round that they can. Oh, Aladrin! Cookie's absolutely whiffed it, and Aladrin has completely finished him off and gets the triple kill. And that's going to be a round going in favour of kolega. And no, Cookie doesn't do that too often, that is for sure.
And if kolega were ever in a situation where they would have to drastically up their paces, then they're in it right now. Pick up 2 massive rounds. If they're able to perhaps pick up another few now, that would be huge. I would pretty much be expecting a timeout at that point.
Oh, 100%.
But it is absolutely astonishing the amount of speed we saw in attack by qwertz. I mean, they were just rushing it, the old school style, you know? But they were making it work. However, they are going to get cornered now as Imfraz takes down Bielcic. However, Imfraz is still in a lot of trouble as Isno pulls out the deagle and just takes him out. No Soper. He's just trying to find that last target. Walking's really trying to make things happen. Finds a tag. He's going for the barrel. And he does not find Cookie. And with that, qwertz are slowly pulling away. Only 2 rounds separate them from an absolutely amazing round 1, or let's just say map 1 finish.
Yeah, definitely, and it'd be quite interesting to see the route that they're going to try to opt to go down. Oh, that's a very deep grenade. Wacky, though, does blow up the barrel and gets the car as well as... Oh, Wacky shutting him down. Isno, though, couldn't quite get him just before he took his teammate down. Looks like more of an A-orientated push here. Cookie with a bomb in hand. Slowly but surely making his way. Check your corners, bro. Oh, he doesn't. Fraz gets the frag, and they know exactly where the bomb is. Walking nicely perched up on towards that A balcony area, and spots him going into market. Makes no mistake. 11-6.
Boy, oh boy, the second he doesn't peek that corner, he's absolutely done for. The second the bomb, even, you know, drops on stairs, he's done. There's absolutely no way for them to come back from that one. However, qwertz have still got a sizable lead. They're up by 5 rounds. And kolega will have to pull off an absolute miracle to take this map to overtime.
Interesting, okay.
And just Wu actually the one to pick up 18 frags and 17 rounds so far. Oh, and even does not find this shot onto. I think it was Cookie right there.
Wow, it looks like kolega are really going to try and walk away with this one. Still 5 players left remaining. Aladrin being an absolute thorn in the side as he does spot one towards that Z area. They know that, or they only know that one of them is in towards Z. They are playing very, very safe. There was a player towards A Arch. Wacky doesn't want to let go of A Arch as his teammates are going to do the rest of the work. And that's going to be 11-7. All of a sudden, it's starting to get a little bit... Is he going to? No, he's going straight across to go smoke. I was just thinking he's got forward spawn with AK. Would he do something a little bit different? Nope. They know exactly what they're doing. They don't mess it up. And they're going to stick to what they're going to do. This could be interesting. I'm going to find Wacky because it looks like an A-orientated push, and Wacky's already let one of the SMGs. Oh, wow. Isno sneaking in the shot, taking down the A player, and all of a sudden it's going to make the A push that much easier. kolega, wise to it. Already started rotating free off the top of the street. Walking does take down Isno, though. Cookie, though,
oh, Bielcic has to check his corners, finds Imfraz. And with that, it is 4 against 1. Aladrin with an absolutely massive task ahead of him. Goes for the diesel, lands the tag, however he does not secure Josvu. And now he's gonna have to pull off the miracle, but in the end it is 12-7 for qwertz. And surely they are gonna take this map. I don't see a single opportunity on how kolega are just magically gonna win the next 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, look, qwertz looking really methodical in the way that they're doing things. They're not messing things up. They're not overcomplicating it. Everybody knows their job roles, and they're just hoping that this next round's going to go in towards their favour. All about keeping the numbers up. But look at this. They are quick out onto B, but they do have a player to find as Bieli does try to back his teammates out on towards that wooden area. Aladrin, though, does get a frag there onto Cookie, but not before Bieli does get the kill there onto him as well. 4 versus 4. Bomb is going towards this B site as it's all chaos. Shots are being rained in. Soper mopping up in the back, taking down Fraz, and Neva with the scope takes down Soper. Lajusvo with a double kill. Lajusvo with a triple kill. Apologies, we missed that one. That would have been a massive, massive kill, and that is the round here for qwertz. And wow, okay, we're going into map 2. I think that we are looking at a 2. Maybe a quick 2-0.
God, yeah, this definitely looks like a quick 2-0. I mean, what on earth? I mean, have they had some sort of mental coaching, or what on earth is going on with qwertz? Because they were really struggling, and even back in the losers bracket semi-final, they were strong, but they were nowhere near as dominant as they are right now. They are completely on fire, and I'm not quite sure what's happened to them compared to what we saw yesterday and on Friday, because they've pretty much been switched out at this point.
qwertz are a momentum team. Once you let them hit their flow, they are so tough to break out. You need to hit them hard, you need to hit them fast. If you don't do that and you give them a few rounds advantage, they will make you, they'll make you sweat, and they'll punish you.
Definitely, that's exactly what we saw.
What SK done a little bit differently though, they changed the tempo up. This Czech team here, they're superb. They're a superb city team. But unfortunately, they couldn't get their A push going. The rotates were very, very fast for the guys.
The attack team,
yeah, the rotates were very fast, and they just couldn't be effective. It's the classic. If you die too early, you're making it really, really tough for yourself.
Yeah, the second, and that's basically what we saw in the last, I think, 3, 4, 5 rounds. They just immediately, their players dying within the first 15 seconds of the map, of the round, and that way it's really, really hard to pick up from that point onwards.
Oh, without a doubt. And I just want to see, you want to see a little bit of fight. It's going to be a really, really interesting one. And obviously we are on, just need to click away for here to spectate. Looks like everyone is pretty much getting themselves ready pretty promptly. Kolega ready to kind of get the wheels in motion as well. So, yeah, Crash is a horrible map. Horrible. And the reason why it's horrible is because you could be brilliant at it. The next time you play it, you could be awful.
That is definitely true, yeah. I mean, back in the day, Strike was by far my favourite map. I hated City Streets, aka District. We were just rubbish on it, to be honest. But I think that came down to the fact that we had an absolutely amazing scope back then. A Finnish guy called Kotomo, if anyone's ever heard of that guy. I think his actual name was Otto.
Oh, okay.
And that's why he was called Koto. And because, I don't know, we never really found those amazing angles we did on, you know, Crossfire Strike, and where he would just, literally find an opening frag every single round. And on Crash, I can only agree with that. You either get in absolutely amazing stop nades into into blue building. And on Crash, I've already said this today, your spawn is just really, really important. If you get a good spawn, you can go for the rush. If you get a good spawn, you can go for those scope picks and all of that. And yeah, I can only agree on that. You either stomp in Crash or you're getting stomped. There is nothing in between.
It feels like there's nothing in between. And, you know, I've seen teams throw this map. I mean, this is a defense-heavy sided map. And just the reason as to why I want to pick on is no, but he's going to go towards the A site for a bit of utility just to start with. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh, my God. And he immediately lands the double nade. Trying to make things happen with the scope as well. Oh, he was twitching right there.
Yeah, he was just about to shoot his
teammate.
teammate. Yeah, Lejusfo really pushing himself up towards that B alley, but it looks like Soper is going to get a frag there onto Aladrin as well as Wacky gets the shot there onto Lejusfo. Isno wrecking with the Deagle as well. What a start. This is a defensive-sided map. If you can get 8-4, you're still in good stead.
Definitely, undoubtedly. The thing is, you know, it is so difficult to like. We're not even going to argue about B plant because nowhere. I think we saw a few B plant attempts. None of them ever worked. However, because A building is just an absolutely open space, it is so difficult to get into it. And even if you've gone into it, the AKs and scopes will just absolutely ball bang the hell out of you whenever you try to go.
It happens every time. Happens every time. And like I said, if you can get 8-4, you're going to be happy with that. If you can get 7-5, you've had a great crashed attack. If you can get 6-6, and you're going on to defense next, you're on for an absolute winner. But looks like kolega are going to opt to have them a few man advantage. But Wacky does take down Cookie, and now it's all up to Soper.
And just as a quick heads up, qwertz were the ones to pick up map number 1 in a very, very decisive fashion, as neither picks up Soper, and that is a very important round win for kolega. At some point, they're going to have to step up. At some point, as you've already mentioned, qwertz is a momentum team. If they're not the one to get those opening frags and to put them under pressure by winning a round, oh my god, neither. That was a very close one. He wasn't really far away. Getting picked up by Isno right there. Gets tagged again by another nade. Ooh. Oh, and Isno with the headshot on towards neither. And now Bjelget all alone on that A site.
Looks like Walking's going to try and find himself a little bit of an angle. And as soon as we click off Bielli, he does end up getting the frag Walking as well, getting himself a kill onto Lejusfo. He's in a spot when it comes down to blue. Bielli gets the frag. Here we go. Let's have a look at Isno. What spawn has Isno got?
Could be one for a warbang, to be honest. He's got quite a good spawn.
Oh, he's opting for a late Bielli. Reload shot incoming. Doesn't see anyone.
Yeah, I think the timing was just off. His spawn was far too, you know, just far too much to the right side.
It looks like Aladrin is...
However, 3 quick kills on the side of kolega, and they're just instantly pushing in on that. Oh my god, I've never seen that.
What's that with a silent drop?
Yeah, on towards the car. I've never... Oh my god, I feel really old and terrible right now.
No, you can drop yourself down from sandbag just as there's also a silent drop just in front of this truck here. So you can jump from sandbag silently as well.
Yeah, I remember that one, but...
Yeah, auto climbing onto the car will help you not take any fall damage. Okay, looks like the Jusfo and Bielli are going to go and try and get themselves set up for a standard setup here for this A push. Oh, as Isno and Lejusfo getting grenade kills as Aladrin trying to fight back, but taken down quickly there by Cookie. Flashbangs out towards the A site. Soper in towards top hardware. Cookie, rotation car, making his way towards A. kolega have only Walking and neither left. Isno finding neither. Walking with it all to do. And Lejusfo up on wooden, gets the frag. 3-2. Good for kolega though. As long as they continue to keep picking up these rounds, they're going to be really, really pleased with it as well. And who have we got? Neither. He is opting to go towards blue for the... oh no. Yeah, you hate to see a block there, particularly if the scope wants to do something fast.
Two opening frags on towards qwertz, however. And Neither just trying to find an opening on towards A site.
Isno staying in nice and tight as he does make his way towards that B alley area instead. Trying to rattle off some shots. It's all quiet on the western front. kolega with the man advantage. Looks like A is going to be the preferred area to go. They've got 2 players surrounding, the other 3, with 1 making their way towards A now. Looks like Allergen could spring any moment. He sees his foot through the wall. Callahan walking, jumps around the corner and takes down Bielli. It is no. Soper, Allergen stops Isno from going down as Neve does get the deagle kill there on to Soper. 3-3. kolega are going to be really, really happy with this.
Definitely, and I mean, I think it was 13-5 on map 1.
13, yeah, maybe 13-5 or 13-7.
Yeah, one of those. So now they're definitely holding up. Neve also was the one to, you know, really pop off with those nades and sniper frags. However, this round seems to have gone wrong very, very quickly indeed.
Ooh.
Finds a very cheeky pick on towards Just right there. And now Soper picks up Wacky as well. And with that, it is absolutely amazing how quickly they turn around these rounds. It's just literally 15 seconds, they're already 5 versus 2, and then the round is over in
well, we're going for a classic.
Seconds.
We're going for a classic Bialy peak on this one here. So many a frag moving with +10s, +15s
oh
up there.
And he lands it.
Gets the frag there onto Fraz, just as he would have intended. So that's a great start here for qwertz, and one that they needed. They need to start pulling away. 9-3 needs to be in the mindset of these qwertz players to make sure this is a good attack. Gets the tag, doesn't frag Calais. Oh, Wacky, unfortunately, dies to the full damage from the 98 tag as neither gets a grenade from absolutely no man's land. That was like a mortar going off in that area. Takes down Isno as there seems to be frags going across the map with Lejusvo taking down Walking. And now it's all on Neva, who does get the deagle kill onto Lejusvo. 1v2. 50 seconds on the clock, tagged. They know exactly where he is. His position is now compromised. He still needs to get the bomb in towards blue as he does look like he's going to just stroll into A. Can he catch the timing? Soper wise to it, but loses the duel. The Soper does go down. Neither scope in hand. Spots the one in towards pillars. Cookie. He knows this is a fight he doesn't want to take, but expects the push. Soper coming round. Is he going to spot him? Sees him on there. This is a horrible position to be in, and Cookie plays that to absolute perfection, counting out the 7 bullets and pushing when he only had 1 left.
Just, you know, staying calm in those situations is so, so important to make things happen. Isno with a great spawn once again. He's trying to go for those Bialy long shots, and it is neither, my friend. That simply denies you that action.
Ooh.
And now Soper trying to make things happen through the smoke. Finds him, Raz. 4 versus 2 for kolega.
Oh.
Surely this is the round that they pick up as the nade comes through on towards Soper as well.
They know he's locked in on 8.
Yeah, they've also heard him. There's no way he's going to get out of this situation. Nade's coming through as well.
Explosives planted.
And Walking is there once again with the decisive headshot.
Well, let's see if there's a... He's not going to fancy another B long peak, is he? Where is he? Neva. Just smoking Bialy. Just a little bit of a spray down there, just in case anyone fancies it, but looks like they're going to go methodical towards A site as it's Isno. Changing position, probably doesn't want to take on neither again, so he's opted to go into lower hardware, and it's paid dividends as he does get the frag onto Wacky. Soper on rotation car, looking to get himself maybe in towards top hardware area. qwertz still with a man advantage. Set up watching bottom A.
Yeah, they are playing it slowly. Just trying to get those rotations on towards Cookie.
This round is huge. This round will decide whether or not qwertz have had a terrible defence and kolega have had a really good attack. Crucial.
I think Cookie actually spotted, I think it was Walkong right in there. I'm not 100% sure. but they are taking it very, very slowly. I mean, they've got time in their hands. 40 seconds on the clock. They are going to have to move at some point. As Aladrin gets tagged very, very heavily. Has to pick up the bomb though. 27 seconds left. He's going to have to make it count.
There's a player on Wooden. Player on Wooden just sitting there and waiting. It's Legisvo. He's going to get ready to spring. He gets tagged. That's going to be called. Oh, the communication clearly wasn't there for kolega. And it looks like Soap is going to finish it all off. 4-6 in a round that qwertz desperately needed.
And whenever I've got the feeling that, oh wow, kolega actually, they look like they're going to pick up this round. They get absolutely annihilated. The second that qwertz have got any sort of lead, they just take those rounds in a very, very decisive manner.
Looks like Fraz is going to open us up though. Bieli would have called the one going into bottom hardware. Aladrin doing damage before that's even happened though, as Isno gets taken down. Scope and AK down here for qwertz. 5 players left remaining. Walking, Aladrin doing absolute work, and all of a sudden, Cookie. Wow, okay. This is a good attack for kolega. Having 5 rounds on this side is huge. Where's Neither? I think, is he going to go into spawn house, or is he going to watch B-Long early? He's changed his mind.
I would honestly just go for stop nades.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're sending out the right nades. Looks like a smoke's going out towards back A. Looks like A is going to be the orientated push as Fraz, little rascal, he's already in mid A, and Bieli didn't even realise as Cookie does get the kill there onto Aladrin, as Fraz now commanding that A house, but Legisvo causing chaos for Wacky. And now it's so difficult being an SMG towards top A, because now all of a sudden you have to try and find this one SMG player who genuinely could be anywhere. Fraz springs, gets Legisvo, but before that, walking onto Cookie. Isno, Sopper, last 2. Make that the last one to Sopper, as Neither does shut him down. The call's been made for him being in towards that link area on the fridge, as Fraz collects the bomb. Gets it planted. Sopper just firing, hoping to get some kind of connect. Doesn't. 2 versus 1. Bomb down. They roughly know where they are now. Who is that? Neither. He is ratting out next to the fridge here on Broken Wall. The calls are going to be made, I would have thought, as looks like Sopper does go down, and Neither gets the frag. And I tell you, what a half from kolega. That is mega.
As you've already pointed it out, this map is hugely defense favored, and the fact that they are equal up 6-6 means that they theoretically should be the ones to pick up this map.
Without a doubt. Now, this is classic Czech behaviour. It's only the half of the map, yet they're going for a cigarette break. As well as. So I believe that we'll probably be back in the next kind of, typically they're only supposed to have 5 minutes. We can also do another 5-minute break if you like.
We'll just go into a very, very quick and cheeky break for about, I reckon, 5 minutes. So make sure you grab a drink or 2, as well as a tiny amount of, oh, I don't know, snacks, popcorn, whatever you fancy, because you're definitely going to need it, because by the looks of it, kolega have definitely got the individual skill as well as the tactics to take it to the 3rd map in this all-important lower bracket final.
Lower bracket final.
Okay, we've just actually been told that they're not going to have a cheeky sig break.
That's good. we can hear it in our ears that we've got the cameraman who's in their room at the moment, just trying to let us know whether or not they're going to be sitting down or not. By the looks of things, they're not quite readying up yet. qwertz are probably sitting at their computer, don't even realise that they're there. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's the question. Fraz is answering. Maybe it's just a WC break. 3 minutes. Okay. That's enough time, I think, for us to have maybe just a quick 2-minute break, grab a quick
Exactly.
drink for ourselves so we can keep the voices nice and slick for when we cast this second half of the second map here at the Stuttgart LAN for Call of Duty 4. If you missed the first half of this game, qwertz are currently 1-0 up and now sitting pretty at 6-6, having just played defence. So kolega, a great attack display from them, who are now just about to go into defence to see what they can do their side.
Welcome back, everyone, from the FPS Challenge, live from the 1337 camp in a wonderful town called Weibling, which is basically near Stuttgart, a tiny... No, Stuttgart is large, obviously, but Weibling is a tiny village. Next to Stuttgart in the southwest of Germany, we're currently on map number 2. It is 6-6 in the lower bracket final between qwertz and kolega. Tiggs has just gone to get himself a cheeky drink. And with that, I've obviously got plenty of time to cover loads of Call of Duty action for you guys out there. Remember, if you want to get involved, the best thing you can do is to simply join the Discord. On there, you'll find every single information you guys need to, if you've no longer got CoD installed, how to install it, how to, attend these events and how to get involved in the promo scene in general. And with that being said, I am really looking forward to what kolega can pull off in this second map. Because, let's be honest, being 6 and 6 on Crash as defense is huge. On attack is absolutely massive. So in theory, they should be the ones to pick up map number 2. However, I am quite confident that the Czechs have gone for some sort of, you know, magical remedy to perhaps find an opening as well. And with that, we will jump straight into the second half of this all-important second map. If qwertz secure themselves this map win, they will go straight towards the grand final, where they will be facing Team Snip. Most importantly, all three of them, basically, kolega, Snip, and qwertz, they've already secured themselves a sizable amount of prize money. We've started up with 14 teams, and everything's boiled down to only 3 teams so far. Aizno does not land the shot on towards neither. Aladrin evens out the playing fields as well. Oh, Aizno does not find the opening up. Both snipers actually, in fact, not quite able to land those all-important shots so far. Oh, Aizno, you have to take these shots. You've got to make them happen, because in the end, it is Infras that finds Aizno. And with that, kolega actually pull away for the first time in this map. Work on with this, with the cheeky rush right there. Doesn't quite make it out alive. Soper moving up on A site now. Oh my god, and it is Aladrin. They both run directly into his hands. And they drop down to the floor. And now it is Cookie who has to pick these things up. Oh my god, and Cookie lands the frag on towards Aladrin. 2 versus 1 situation, and it is Aizno once again with the deagle in his hands. That picks up another kill. If we just have a quick cheeky look at the scoreboard, Aizno by far the top fragger for qwertz. However, on kolega, everyone's pretty much performing equally well. And it is surprising how qwertz is doing in terms of these sort of rush scenarios. Just immediately gaining control of A site. And last round it really felt like kolega didn't quite have an opening, and just moved with the deagle shot onto Warkong. And once again they've got a massive 4 versus 2 advantage. Oh, Soper gets tagged heavily. And in the end, it is qwertz once again that slightly pull away. However, it is basically, we've only got decisive round wins so far. Either kolega or qwertz get absolutely annihilated. Oh, finds the tag on towards qwertz with the wallbang. Isn't quite able to take him out. As Bieljic moves on towards A site. He's surely got the scope crosshairs on his eyes. Just trying to make things happen, and smoke comes out. He'll have to try to run for it, but Wacky is there. As Aizno rains down with his scope once again. And now Cookie just trying to cover things from heli. However, they do get the planned 4 versus 2 situation for qwertz. They should never ever be around that. They lose, and with that, they actually pull away by 2 points now. And only 4 points remain until they secure themselves a spot in the grand final. And as we just have a look at what JustFu's doing, and he's really going for those rushes. And so far, they haven't really found an answer. Goes up pallet, trying to go for a cheeky move. Oh, he gets spotted by, oh my god, what absolutely amazing headshot on towards Wukong. He's just trying to find a pick on stairs. And now they are all rushing in. As soon as they have the manpower advantage, they just use that immediately, go through with the bomb plant. And I don't think this is how anyone had planned this attack side of qwertz to go. We've discussed this previously. We thought it was going to be a very, very defense-based map, and so far qwertz have just absolutely annihilated kolega in these last 3 to 4 rounds. And with that, we do obviously see the timeline. At some point, they are going to have to turn things around. And if 7 to 10 is not the time to really think about, okay, we are going to have to go back to the drawing board, find an opening here or there, then I'm not quite sure how they can ever make it happen. However, it looks like they didn't have quite as much to talk about as I thought. And with that, we'll immediately go right into the all-important last rounds. Allergen just trying to go for those rushes. Yeah, the sound is messed up. Perhaps production can have a tiny look at that. Call of Duty just seems to be lagging. Oh, okay, I just quickly have to restart the entire game. Production, can you just agree on that? That I just have to restart the entire game. Okay, can you put up some player cam footage? And then we'll hopefully fix all of that for you guys in a matter of seconds. I mean, luckily, COD is definitely not a game that takes ages to load up. Let's put it that way. It tells me invalid password. Oh, okay. Can you just... Yeah? Okay. Okay, I think we've got things going now. Good thing I never actually even knew what the password was. Good old mess up right there. Anyway, we'll be jumping straight into action once again, and that actually was kolega to pick up a very, very important round. However, JustFu picks up another kill, 3 versus 5 scenario, as they actually rush towards that B site. This could very well be the first B plant to actually work out in this entire tournament so far, at least from what I have seen. Zaladrin gets taken out. And with that, we've once again got a 3-round lead for qwertz. And once again, they're just trying to set up those all-important stopners. They're just trying to take it slowly now. No stupid rushes. Keep it nice and clean when you've got such an all-important lead. As Soper gets heavily tagged by that 9. However, he finds Warkong. And Beljits finds Olodrin. It is a 4v3 situation once again. And whenever qwertz have the advantage, they don't let go of it. As they do, in fact, actually lose another player. However, I do not see a single opening on how they are going to get on towards this A plant site. So we're just trying to get those tags. Isno trying to go for the coverage. They still have got plenty of time, 45 seconds left. But at some point they are going to have to go for a move. Neither picks up the frag on towards Isno. I know Soap is trying to go for the battle against the scope. Not quite sure about that one. And Soap are just trying to go for the spray. Picks up the SMG. Goes for the reload, 25 seconds. He's going to have to make things happen. 1 versus 2. Oh my god, this is a terrible situation he's in right now. He's gonna have to move for it once. Picks up the kill. Oh my god, and it is Infraz in the end that picks up the kill. Absolutely clutch for kolega right there.
Without a doubt, I'll come back into quite a hectic and round end there, and looks as though qwertz are doing a fine job of attack, picking up a fair amount of rounds. They're very methodical in the way they play crash attack. But it looks like Olodrin is going to be wise to that as he does get the frag onto Lejusfo. Tough start here for qwertz as Walking gets the kill onto Soper. That's an SMG and an AK threat down as Wacky drills Isno through blue. Neither onto Bieli. All of a sudden, Cookie with it all to do. Bomb in hand though, but not before Olodrin can just take him down and laser beam him from mid-A. That's going to be 11-10.
kolega have definitely not given up yet. They are wary though. They're definitely aware of the fact that they can pull it through once again. Just take to the all-important third map. However, if they lose the next 2 rounds, they are absolutely done for. They are not going to be playing in the grand final. Oh my god,
What a start.
2 cheeky nade kills for qwertz is absolutely massive. 3v5 for the match point. As Isno's just trying to find those deagle picks. Lands an all-important shot on Wacky, and now he is all alone on sandbags.
Oh, they haven't realised he's jumped up onto Glitch. Cookie's wise. 12-10 match point here. A huge, huge round here for qwertz. Needed exactly the same as what they've just done. They need 2 openers and work the map the way that they know how to. Neither's going to try to see what he can do, watching the cross in towards A. Rattles a shot. Wacky, though, stopping Lejusfo in his tracks. Just trying to get kolega in a better position to get the 12-12 now as Walking does take down Bieli with a headshot. That's both SMGs down here for qwertz, but 3 players left remaining. Cookie, Soper and Isno. Can't count them out. Even with the backs up against the wall, still 5 players up here remaining for kolega. A shot's being rattled off here by Neither towards that front 8 area. Still a little bit spread out, the kolega players, as Wacky finds the kill there onto Cookie. It's now all up to Soper and Isno. Plenty of action happening around the map as Wacky and Olodrin get the final kills. 12-11, match point.
Boy, oh boy, kolega really have to, I don't know, pull off some sort of miracle. I mean, if they win the next round, they are going to take it to overtime, but even then, that would still mean that they'd have to create a 2-round lead once again. Yes, the grand final will be best of 5.
Oh, kolega, double kill, opening us up. Olodrin and Fraz taking down the SMGs of Lejusfo, and Cookie goes down. Bieli also down. Isno trying to clutch it back, and it's all up to Soper now. And I know exactly where he is. Fraz firing shots in towards mid-A, and Olodrin's going to get the kill. Looks like we're going to overtime.
We definitely are. And with that being said, we are just quickly going to switch sides once again. As we just see the teams just go for a very, very quick break. And we can, I mean, we can really see their faces. They are at the very edge. I don't think there's any other way of putting it.
No, very, very synced in at the moment, and definitely in a position where they've worked hard for this one here. I don't think qwertz will make the same mistake in overtime as they did with the defence. Obviously, they're starting on defence. They really need to take all 3 rounds if they stand a chance of winning this game outright 2-0, and then allowing ourselves to go towards that grand final. Now, kolega have done well to obviously claw that back. They had a fantastic attack, which then put them in really good stead to actually be able to make it back to the 12-12 as well. But it's been a great game so far.
However, the most important part was you were just grabbing a drink, but qwertz were crazy good when it came to attack. They picked up 3-4 rounds easily, and it was just kolega finding an opening every now and then and clawing themselves back into this game. This tournament is held at the 1337 camp in a tiny place called Weiblingen, which is basically near Stuttgart in the southwest of Germany.
Pretty easy to get to.
Definitely not too far away from the airport.
No, not at all. Trains are nice and cheap compared to what they are in England and London, that's for sure. It's tough to train there, but yeah, it's good. It's I've heard nothing but good things about this whole event from all of the players that have taken part in the event, and they're really happy with how their weekend's been spent. That's for sure.
100%, yeah. I think that's something that everyone right here can agree upon. We've all had an absolute blast. As the teams are actually taking a bit of time.
Typically allowed 5 minutes for each break, usually, if they want to take it. Obviously, when you're at home, you tend to get things started pretty quickly. You want to keep the momentum because you can, because you're only at home. I think the time that these teams want to take the time, make sure they get everything sort of spot on for when they start again. It's an interesting one.
Definitely. Everyone's taken quite lengthy breaks, at least today, trying to get the mental edge wherever it is possible.
Oh, definitely. And I think if you just push shift, I don't know whether or not any of the kolega players have actually readied up just yet. Okay, looks like they're close to. Aladrin going huge with neither, 19 kills apiece, with Cookie and Isno going massive for the other team with 20 kills apiece. Very, very good. So nothing really separating these two teams, and it certainly looks as if we're going to have our work cut out with these two. I couldn't split them. I don't know which way this is going to go. What are your thoughts? Oh, this is always an interesting question. What are your thoughts?
Really,
who do
really
you think is going to come be victorious on this one?
I am going to hand it to qwertz because they already had the mental edge in the previous matchup where they were behind and then they popped off once again. However, qwertz already had a 3-round lead on Crash, and now they've lost it, and I know they're in a 12-12 overtime situation. I'm still going to hand it to qwertz. I think they've got it. But it is going to be absolutely close.
qwertz have got the fortunate position of being in overtime and starting on defence. That's the best thing that could happen for them right now. And I think they'll learn from their mistakes as well. I really, really do. I do also think qwertz will take it.
Definitely.
It's just coming up to that 5-minute mark. Hopefully all teams, if you don't mind just pushing tab, we can take a quick look to see who it is. Look, you can see in there, that is actually Snip, the grand final team that have made it through the winners bracket at this stage. Looks like they're just keeping themselves nice and comfy. sitting in the dark a little bit, talking about what they're going to do next, who they're thinking about they're going to play, but looking pretty relaxed, which is always good. I think they're just excited to play. But looks like we are back and underway here. If you've only just joined us, we are currently 1-0 up in favour of qwertz, and it's now 12-12 here on Crash.
Isno trying to find that opening frag once again, as Wacky gets picked up by Nade, and Super finds a very important frag on towards Aladrin as well. 3 versus 5 situation. Whenever you've got that advantage in the overtime situations, it is absolutely massive. Does not find the pick on towards Isno, on towards neither. I mean, however, Wukong is able to find a single pick. 3 versus 4 situation.
They really just need to remember qwertz, and I think they will remember, is that kolega need to get the bomb down. They need to get the bomb down so they can sit tight, they can wait. They can
I think he might have just given himself away right there. Oh, Wukong finds Soper though. 3 versus 3, however, they've only got 25 seconds left on the clock. They are going to have to move at some point.
Oh.
Jaspu gets the pick. And in the end, it is qwertz to pick up round number 13 for themselves.
Yeah, really, really methodical play there. Got the early entry, sat tight, didn't overexert themselves, which is exactly what they needed to do. As it looks like Walking is going to get himself a kill, get himself a nade out towards back A, but neither is going to win that scope duel. Taking down Isno. Soper heavily hit, doesn't quite go down. Aladrin gets the frag onto Cookie. So all of a sudden it's starting to open up here a little bit more for kolega as Walking just firing some shots towards that mid-A area. Bomb looks like it's going to be making its way over towards this A site. Still 3 players left up here for qwertz, but Lejusfo has been spotted and really heavily hit. He's going to be absolutely crucial here. As Soper watching B, Bielli can't land all of his shots either. Although does get the kill onto Fraz. He's absolutely smashed him there. It looks like he's going to try and get himself onto the A bin without making any noise whilst getting himself back into position. FPS is going to be an issue. Soper does kill neither. All of a sudden, it's looking like a qwertz round as Lejusfo does punish Aladrin as well. Soper working that B alley, Wacky, bomb in hand. Looks like they're opting towards the A. Bad decision, Lejusfo springing onto him, but Walking does get the gets absolutely drilled by Soper, and it looks like this could be another round going in favour of qwertz.
Definitely looks like it's going to be that way. And looks like they might actually be going for a 2-man push on towards B long. Oh, and they find 3 easy kills on towards kolega.
Oh, Soper.
God, that was just far too easy. It all fell apart in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, do you know what? A really well-structured round there from qwertz. Lejusfo just stepping up, causing absolute chaos up on that B alley, just giving Soper the opportunity to work up arches, giving his teammate the space to get into a really good position, and it's paid dividends with a triple kill. This is massive for kolega now. Huge. Isno banging neither just to start. qwertz would have wanted with a kill again. Isno slapping Wacky, and Cookie gets the nade kill as well. All of a sudden, kolega falling apart. It looks like it's going to be an A-orientated push. Fraz goes down. Lejusfo nades himself, Walking, the final man remaining here for kolega. It is all up to him, and they know exactly where he is, and Cookie gets the kill. And that is going to be the round, the map, and the standing going over to qwertz. They're making their way to another grand final where the redemption arc has proved that they have got it still as they take down kolega, and now they're taking on Snip.
I mean, we doubted them in the lower bracket. We thought, okay, I mean, 3-time champion, are they really going to be able to pull it off? Are they going to be able to make it through the entire lower bracket? And they've just, I think, very decisively shown us why they are the reigning champions.
Without a shadow of a doubt, they are, and this is why they are as good as they are. You know, they keep it cool. They understand what they need to do. They know the assignment. They've been here before, so they know exactly what they need to do. Perhaps not through the lower bracket. That's something that they're not necessarily used to. However, they know that during important matches that they really do need to focus and get things moving. And it's paid off. They're back in the grand final, and could this be the final boss of the redemption arc? Back and hopefully getting their next win.
Possibly. I mean, they're not going to have an easy task at hand. Snip looked insanely strong. I mean, everyone was like, if anyone's going to be able to take down Snip, it's going to be qwertz and Snip. I mean, it wasn't like they got stumped, but it was quite a decisive win, in my opinion. But now, obviously, they've got the redemption arc going on for themselves. Made it all the way through the lower bracket, back into the grand final. And now, maybe they've learned out of the game they had against Snip. You know, did all their homework, their secret tactics, know what they're up against now.
Every chance. I think Bielli come and sat between us and said that, you know, we looked into what happened last time. We won't make the same mistakes again. They put their money where their mouth is, and it's paid off. And all of a sudden, it's looking like a really juicy final that we've got. So yeah, I think the boys have they're probably going to have a well-earned break. I know the game was supposed to start at 8 o'clock, but from my understanding, I think it has just turned 8 o'clock. So there's probably going to be 15, 20 minutes for the break.
Exactly.
Maybe getting it smart, maybe sort of casting in possibly in about 8:30. I'm just going to have a chat with Looney just to see if that's maybe just sort of a smart time to do it, and just being sort of a half an hour sort of delayed schedule, which for a CoD4 LAN event is phenomenal, by the way.
We're still well within schedule in terms of what has historically, you know, happened on these sorts of events.
Do you know,
we've had pretty much zero technical issues as well. It has to be mentioned.
The guys,
massive shout out to this location as well, the 1337 camp. All of the teams, they've got adjustable tables. All of the equipment is great. They've got individual rooms. The production we've got here is incredible as well. Massive shout out, just has to be said.
Yeah, it's superb. And you know, one of the best events that I've been to. It just does as it says on the tin. It gives you a gaming room to yourself. You've got your adjustable desk, so you can set it up exactly to the same as the one that you've got at home, so you feel a lot more comfortable. So again, no excuses. I was lucky enough to even have the same chair that I've got at home.
Yeah, it's true. And the chairs are really fancy as well.
Yeah, honestly, the Noble chair that I've got, I mean, and the one that I sat on this weekend was superb. It was like being at home, and you know, having that sort of home comfort with the desk the right height in your chair. It gave no excuses to you know, to being able to try and play at your best.
And I think that does make a massive difference. I was always someone, when I was at LAN, I was really, really struggling because at home I've had everything, you know, set up perfectly. And I kid you not, I was the sort of guy to pull out a ruler on LAN, as you know, because I tried to just replicate the thing I had going on. And it is an absolutely important, it is a very, very important factor. I kid you not. On big league events, they try to find out what monitors they'll have at the event early on. I kid you not, just have it leaked by some guy, you know, can you tell us what sort of monitors we're going to be playing on? And then they'll literally buy the ones they've got at the event, just so they are well prepared.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's the commitment to it,
that's
isn't
only
it?
something you can do when, you know, prize monies are well into the 5 to 6 figures, if not 7, you know. But we've had enough chit chat. We are just going to go into I reckon about 15 to 20 minute break, and then we'll be right back for all of you out there. Keep on watching, you know, just have this stream on in the background, because if one thing is absolutely clear, you do not want to miss the grand final, Snip versus qwertz. Make sure to check it out. See you in a few minutes.